Well, same way's got us starting here. So. Fancy logo. Here's Draenor. Fortress I can do. Fortresses. That the way? Wait, what? You can tell I haven't really played these, but I'm not really good with real-time strategy type stuff. But I'm just like... Do you ever get the feeling they just kind of like scrapped all of this? And just took some bare bones to make what we play now?
The orcish hordes lay vanquished as the triumphant armies of the Alliance stood vigil over the evil gateway that had brought the orcs into Azeroth. Calling upon the arcane powers of the archwizard Khadgar, the fury of the earth and skies were unleashed upon the dark portal to destroy
God, we've been saying everything
once
wrong.
and for all.
Khadgar.
As the blinding light dimmed, an eerie glow fell across the black morass. For though the portal was destroyed, the rift that joined these worlds at war yet remained.
What? What?
Though the Elder Shaman Ner'zhul holds the rank of War Chief of Draenor, your position as Slayer to the Shadowmoon clan places the duty of leading their armies into battle upon your head. Ner'zhul has discovered how the rift was first formed, and now covets the idea of not only reopening the gateway into Azeroth, but of creating new portals and seeking out even more worlds to control. You must subjugate an order of Death Knights who have secured the knowledge needed to rebuild the Dark Portal. The renegade ogre mage Mogor of the Laughing Skull clan has taken control of these dark soldiers and is seeking to create a powerful spell with the aid of that necromantic magic. His life is also forfeit. Although we have no dragons to command, we have learned that Grom Hellscream, leader of the Warsong clan, has been captured by the Laughing Skull and is being held prisoner. Free him, and he will surely aid you in your battles.
Okay, his story was totally different.
The Skull of Gul'dan is a powerful artifact and essential for resurrecting the Dark Portal. A pathetic orc captain of the Bone Chewer clan wears the skull as a symbol of his station and does not know of its true power. Ner'zhul has sent the ogre hero Dentar to influence warriors from the Thunderlord clan to join in the battle against the Bone Chewers. You will also be assisted by the warriors of the Shattered Hand and their leader, Korgoth Bladefist. Move quickly to the Thunderlord village and raise an army to crush the Bone Chewer captain and win the Skull of Gul'dan.
I get the feeling that basically when they made World of Warcraft, they just took the skeleton of these and then rewrote everything. Honestly, there was no way to really make anything as canon as possible because of the way these things
Ner'zhul has met
operate,
with opposition
but
to his plans from the leaders of both the Thunderlord and Bone Chewer clans. They desire to journey to Azeroth and have their clans triumph where Doomhammer had failed. This is a vision not shared by your war chief. You are to lead the forces of Shadowmoon against the strongholds of both Bone Chewer and Thunderlord. Once these weak fools and their clans are removed, no others would dare to interfere with the dark schemes of Ner'zhul.
I wonder why nobody remembers Gul'dan. He's such a footnote even in this. And yeah, he was in there somewhere. Hit a TARDIS! Hey, look! The gate just kind of like itself back together again.
From the ranks of the Death Knights comes Terran Gorefiend. The death of Gul'dan has placed these Dark Horsemen under the authority of no clan, but Gorefiend shares the desires of Ner'zhul to open numerous portals. He offers his influence over the Death Knights of Draenor in exchange for a world that the Death Knights can claim as their own.
Now the Death
Using
Knights
the knowledge gained at the defeat of the Ogre Mage Mogor and the necromantic powers of the Death Knights, Ner'zhul successfully awakens the arcane energies of the Mystic Rift. As you lead the forces of Shadowmoon into Azeroth, a human battlement that has been constructed to keep the portal closed stands before you. Destroy this citadel and claim the lands that surround the rift.
No two games are
When the
exactly
Horde
alike.
was driven back into the Black Morass, we were able to only take a small portion of our forces through the Dark Portal before it was destroyed. With the Dragon Queen Alexstrasza rescued and the Dragonmaw clan captured by the Alliance, we were no longer able to command these great winged beasts. While securing the rift and
Yeah, this
beginning
is like
construction of a new
Warcraft 2
portal,
Part 2.
your encampment is approached by a haggard grunt. His uniform marks him as a warrior of the Bleeding Hollow. He tells how those of his clan who did not return through the portal have eluded capture and imprisonment by the Alliance armies. You also learn that many of the dragons that were once enslaved have continued to feed upon humans and are now roosting at Blackrock's spire. If you can break through the human defenses and gain the trust of these creatures, perhaps you can bring Ner'zhul powerful allies.
Khadgar didn't
Finding
quite
the
fully
survivors of the Bleeding
destroy
Hollow
that gate.
clan
It just
and gaining the
automatically went
Dragon Deathwing as
right
an
back together
ally
again
has
like Legos.
strengthened your position in Azeroth. Your success has not gone unnoticed by Ner'zhul. He rewards your
See, this
victories
is why
by
Gul'dan
assigning
is such
you
a footnote,
dangerous
and
mission.
nobody remembers it.
Gorefiend has sensed a focus of arcane energies within
I've
a
heard more
castle that has
Ner'zhul
been
than
raised
Gul'dan.
upon the foundations of Stormwind Keep. Ner'zhul believes that this can only be the fabled Book of Medivh. Only a fool would leave such power unguarded, so your assault upon this new Stormwind Castle will be a bloody one.
What? What book? I think they had that in the movie. I have a feeling they kind of jammed that somewhere in the movie, but... Which is another retcon. This is why nobody can get the story straight. Now we're back on Azeroth.
After taking the castle of New Stormwind, you search in vain for the Book of Medivh.
Stormwind has
As
fallen
you sift
again.
through the rubble of the fallen human fortress,
Again.
you discover the corpse of a footman with a human dagger in his side. The spies of the Bleeding Hollow clan have confirmed that this blade was crafted by the weaponsmiths of Alterac. These humans are the same that were willing to betray their own brothers, and it may be that they have stolen the Book of Medivh for their own purposes. They will regret their decision. To journey to Alterac, you must first establish naval superiority over the warships of the Alliance. The base at Kultaras has always been the humans' key to the might of their armada. You must establish a strong presence in the Great Sea in order to destroy Kultaras and prepare your way into Alterac.
That's why I was always confused that there was two gates, because some miraculous thing happens for it to
Now
pop
that
back
you have cleared
open
a path
again.
to the island of Kultaras, you must send your wave riders against the core of the human fleet. With the naval forces of the humans defeated, the Horde will have free reign of the Great Sea. We have also learned that Admiral Proudmoore is no longer a member of the Alliance and does not have the support of their armies. Remove his armada, and Kultaras will fall. Now that the Great Sea is once again under the dominion of our Wave Riders, Ner'zhul has come upon a plan to increase the powers of the Dark Portal. While he was the tutor of Gul'dan, the shaman bound their souls so that he could keep watch over his disciple. Even though Gul'dan knew that this link would serve to inform Ner'zhul of the warlock's studies with the spirits that dwelt in the Twisting Nether, he was too arrogant to care. Ner'zhul has ordered you to lead a small band to the tomb in order to find the jeweled scepter of Sargeras. The remains of the Storm Reaver and Twilight's Hammer encampments surround the entrance to the tomb, and the howling of their
Hang on. That pronunciation. Ooh. Ow! That hurt my ears. Okay.
tortured souls fill the air. Although the inhabitants of this place died long ago, their bodies have been torn from earthen graves by the vile magics of the demons and made to stalk this region for all eternity.
So are they, in this version, are they saying the Twisting Nether is just hell? Or at least the Christian version of hell?
Your capture of the jeweled scepter has greatly pleased Ner'zhul. Word has come that you are to entrust it to the remaining warriors of the Bleeding Hollow clan, as they are to return it to Draenor at all haste. Deathwing and his dragons deliver you to the keep at Alterac. While you could easily bring these curs to their knees, they have hidden the tome you seek. They are also cunning enough to strike a bargain, knowing it is their only salvation. Should they tell you the location of the book, however, they fear the retribution of the nations of Lordaeron and Stromgarde. They would be willing to exchange the Book of Medivh for the destruction of these forces that sit along their borders. You must eliminate the military outposts maintained by Lordaeron and Stromgarde. Then, seal your pact by entering into Alterac, contacting the human mage who guards the book, and escorting him to safety.
Dear God. they give a name to this guy?
With the Book of Medivh in your control and the jeweled scepter delivered to Ner'zhul, only one artifact remains to be won. The mages of Dalaran have created a device to focus their magics in an effort to reconstruct the Violet Citadel. Ner'zhul desires this Eye of Dalaran to focus the dark powers of the underworld for the creation of his portals. Terran Gorfield has traveled to the stronghold of the human mages at Cross Island, where they now rebuilt their towers amid heavy fortifications. You must break through their shoreline defenses, establish a base, and capture the Eye of Dalaran. No walls will protect them from the vengeance of the Horde. As the burning remains of your victims fill the air with acrid smoke, the sky fills with a figure as black as night. Deathwing descends, exhausted from his long journey from Grim Batal, bearing grave news from his brothers at Blackrock Spire. The Alliance has sent a host of warriors to the Black Morass and has engaged the forces of Warsong and the Shattered Hand at the Dark Portal. You must rally the forces of Shadowmoon to break through this siege and return the artifacts you have secured to Draenor. Only then can Ner'zhul's plan of opening portals to new worlds be realized. Succeed and you will command vast armies as they ravage untold worlds. Fail and be slaughtered. For Ner'zhul on our way. Being attacked!
This is where I got all my facts mixed up. Between these games, the books, the comics, Warcraft itself, and how many times that changes. I can't keep this straight anymore. This story is a mess. No wonder I can't keep this straight.
Alright. Do you like fire? Yes, I'm full of it.
Oh, so it's not a black dragon.
Yes.
He's a green dragon with red wings.
I'd be delighted immediately.
At this point, there's only 2 dragons. Deathwing and Alexstrasza.
That was my master.
Oh, boy. That hasn't changed much, has it? I love the claymation.
Ner'zhul holds the ancient scepter of Sargeras in the air and intones the final words of the spell of conjuration. The air about you begins to swirl and presses down
Sargeras had a
upon the
scepter.
assembled masses of the Horde. Above you, the crimson skies break open and reveal the chaotic pathways of the twisting nether. As Ner'zhul deploys his remaining forces towards the new portals, you glimpse the Shattered Hand and Warsong clans awaiting orders on the other side of the Dark Portal. Master, you ask, should we not recall all of our forces from Azeroth? No, the ancient shaman replies coldly.
I haven't done the
They
Warlock
have
stuff.
served their purpose. From this point on, all that we gain will be ours alone. Ner'zhul gives a wicked grin as you unquestioningly follow
Do they actually
him
have
into
like a
the
good story to
swirling
that,
madness
or is it
of
one
the
of those just
twisting
pick it
nether.
up? Because some, like, I remember that in Legion you have 3 artifacts for each class, one of them for each specialization. And one will have a really great story. One will have a semi-story. One was just like, just pick that thing up. Huh. But maybe you do that, but I'm trying to do everything in kind of some sort of semblance of order to how it was played in the game, which is not easy at this point. But since I do have a pretty much almost, no, I do have a maxed out warlock, I can kind of whip through that. Let's go back to the Warcraft lesson that you might as well forget because this is not what's in the game at this point. We should be heading into the human side of the story. Yeah.
Lord Khadgar, Keeper of the Eternal Watch and Master of the Mystic Citadel of Nethergard, has sensed a dark power gathering around the remnants of the rift that lies within the Black Morass. He believes that a new Orcish invasion is imminent and has urged the Alliance to act. The Elven Ranger Alaria and a small band of her elite guard have been sent as escorts so that you may gather reinforcements to counter this threat. Your travels to the castle of New Stormwind will lead you across the paths of both the paladin called Turelian and a mercenary captain known as Danap. Engage their aid during your journey, as their leadership may be needed by the Alliance in the dark days ahead.
Even pronunciations have been retconned.
Hello?
Holy cow.
Let's go. Move it. Let's go. Move it. Let's go.
I'm sitting here going,
Let's
who
go.
just said hello to me? It's hilarious!
Follow me.
King.
A great host
The
of
heck is
orcs
with
have
Turelian?
reconstructed the Dark Portal and now lay siege to the citadel of Nethergard. The Horde
Yeah, I
still
don't
maintain
have,
their hold over
Discord
the great
on.
winged dragons of Azeroth. A
Didn't
faction
invite
of these
anyone
creatures,
in.
seeming to have grown to crave the taste of battle, have become willing allies with the orcs under the leadership of a great black dragon known only as Deathwing. Danap has been asked to raise an army from New Stormwind to relieve the beleaguered forces at
That's a black
Nethergard
dragon?
and drive the Horde back towards the portal. You must lead the forces of Azeroth in an attempt
Icy
to break
green.
the vanguard of the invading Horde, for unless their assault is stopped, they will gain dominion over the Black Morass. Having broken the momentum of the Horde offensive at Nethergard, the time is ripe for a decisive counterattack. The High Command agrees that a strong assault upon the fortress that the Orcs have raised near the Dark Portal may well end the conflict before it has rightly begun.
I mean, if there was
The
such a thing.
Archwizard Khadgar, however, believes that the Orcish hordes may not be here for the sake of mere conquest. He believes that if the portal can be captured and
There's
not
a black with
destroyed,
a sheen
he can
that's sort of
uncover
like
the
a beetle
purpose for the
black,
Horde's
but-
present invasion into Azeroth.
They don't have the technology to do that
Of course, my king.
in these kind of games. Whoa, Turelian's voice. What? What? Yes, my lord. He don't sound like that now. I think after he got scrambled in the light, his voice got lighter. See what I mean? The whole gate was destroyed, and now it's just kind of itself back together again. What the hell did you do to your place? That's all the felt. Fortress Akendu.
Elven scouts bring chilling news from Azeroth. A tearing of shadows heralded the arrival of the mighty orc shaman Ner'zhul and his guard of death knights within the royal library of New Stormwind. Unleashing their black magics, they slaughtered all who opposed them, and then fled into the night with their prize, the Book of Medivh. This serves to confirm what Khadgar has gleaned from the Battle of Nethergard. He is convinced that the Horde is attempting to learn how the great sorcerer opened the rift between our world and that of the Horde, known in the Book of Medivh only as Draenor. With countless domains to plunder, the Horde would become an unstoppable power. The High Command believes that our only recourse is to venture through the portal, both to reclaim the Book of Medivh and to ensure that the Horde can never again threaten Azeroth.
So in this scenario, they were successful in getting it out of
on the
Stormwind.
Hellfire Peninsula, where the portal is located, the time
That's
has come
taken
to
away by
establish a
anybody in
fleet to
Alterac.
attack the surrounding clans. The Orcish shipyards of Zeth'Klor lie nearby, and for our plans to progress, you must destroy them and the ships of war that are stationed there. While the Horde has been stunned by the ferocity of your attack, our presence here has driven the clans to new heights
Stormwind
of
is
fury.
what we know
You
of
will
as
be
the
unable to
Stormwind
maintain this
that's in
foothold for long
World of
against their
Warcraft.
numbers, so your victories must be daring and swift.
You know, because
Kurdrin,
Retcon.
Griffin Rider of Northerron, has returned from his patrol with vital news. He has located the hidden fortress of Auchindoun and the battlements that serve as stronghold to the Bleeding Hollow clan. Alaria's rangers also report that they have seen a massive force moving towards the north and suspect that these troops are staging for another attack upon Azeroth. Although the Orcish army is too large for your forces to battle alone, you may be able to launch a raid against Auchindoun. Should your strike succeed, you would force their army to retreat, or be cut off and destroyed. Raise the fortress of Auchindoun and retreat before their forces can rally against you.
that's why there's no real point in even playing these, because they've changed all of this. Because that's not what Auchindoun is now.
The arcane powers that surround the blazing ruins of Auchindoun have made urgent the summoning of Khadgar to the lands of the Orcs. The destruction of the Bleeding Hollow clan was not
I
without
know
great
for a
price,
fact
however.
there are
For
no
both Kurdrin and his
Draenei
mount
here.
Skyreed were captured by the Horde.
Yeah, there's
While
no Draenei.
examining the remains of the great fortress, the Archwizard has learned not only the location of the Book of Medivh, but also that another artifact is needed for Ner'zhul's plans to reach fruition, the Skull of Gul'dan. Khadgar believes it will be possible to destroy the portal and permanently seal the rift created by Medivh if he can acquire these artifacts. A great mountain isle lies to the northeast, atop which the black dragon Deathwing dwells. The Skull of Gul'dan lies within his lair. Alaria and Khadgar have agreed to aid you in stealing away the skull and, if possible, destroy the great dragon. It is rumored that Orcish tribes live on this island and offer captives from the Great War as sacrifices to Deathwing. If you can rescue them, they may know of some weakness in the creature.
If they have this, if they have a scenario where he actually killed Deathwing, that becomes, yeah, that's a black dragon. Okay, sure. No. This looks like the Onyxia raid.
Seeking out the artifacts needed to seal the rift has given the Horde time to mount a strike against us. A great Orcish armada threatens the coasts that you have captured, and the armies of the Alliance have been hard-pressed on many fronts. Our only chance for victory now lies in obtaining the Book of Medivh. All knowledge of the portal rests in the keeping of Ner'zhul and his Order of Death Knights at the Fortress of Shadowmoon. You must storm and raise the strongholds that guard the coastline of his lands, so that our
So
forces may be
retcon it, they
brought to
actually put
bear in
the
an effort
story
to
of
isolate and destroy his cursed
Killing
sanctuary.
Deathwing, he's not really dead. They kind of sneak him away. And the Dark Irons kind of like
The towering
solder
spires
him
of
together
Shadowmoon
again.
reach upwards as obsidian blades to cleave the hostile amber skies above. The corrupt heart of the mighty shaman's power is within reach. Press your attack, and the bane of Ner'zhul and his Order of Death Knights will be wiped from the face of Draenor forever. By destroying this dark fortress and claiming the Book of Medivh, Khadgar will be able to close the rift and Azeroth will be rid of the Orcish hordes once and for all.
Does he get back to Azeroth? This is gonna be the question of the hour. Because by Warcraft, World of Warcraft, he's not there.
Although the fortress of Ner'zhul has been destroyed and the Death Knights scattered, neither the Shaman nor the Book of Medivh has been found. As Khadgar and Turalyon use their magics to search the ruins for some clue as to the location of the Mystic Tome, a gnomish flying machine descends, bringing news from the Hellfire Peninsula and the portal. A multitude of orcs have laid siege to the fortifications at Hellfire. Although the attacking warriors are not well equipped, their sheer numbers may spell the downfall of our forces there. You must take command of the Alliance armies at Hellfire and break the siege before our troops are pushed back through the Dark Portal. We must withstand their charge long enough for the Book of Medivh to be recovered and the rift forever sealed.
The orcs always had. So we're going through some lore that's basically been thrown out the window, where the names have been changed to protect the guilty and the innocent. There is truly no point in playing these, and yet they brought them back from the dead. I don't know why. Why confuse people even more so as to what's going on? Unless, you know... Honestly, anybody who's going to play these is going to be doing it for story content. There's no other reason to do this. Or just try to relive the glory days. You have proven your strength
in battle, but none can stand against the combined might of the Horde. We of the Laughing Skull Clan, however, seek advantage from the turmoil of this war. With the aid of your strongest warriors, our clan can gain dominance over the northern clans of Draenor. Do not show surprise, human. Only the strongest survive within the Horde. You must secure the passes across the Blade's Edge Mountains and destroy the stronghold of the Thunderlord clan that dwell there. We will supply you with warriors and supplies culled from our villages. In return, we will give you the Book of Medivh, which we seized from Ner'zhul's stronghold before your armies could destroy it.
Khadgar has discovered that although the Book of Medivh was stolen from Ner'zhul, the ancient shaman has learned enough of its secrets to conjure his darkest spell. Over the blood-red skies of Draenor, huge dimensional rifts appear, crackling with the cosmic energy of the twisting nether. Alaria's scouts report that Ner'zhul and his followers escaped through the largest of the new rifts as Draenor felt the first of its death throes. The tremendous energies emitted from the converging rifts have succeeded in breaking down the fabric of reality in Draenor, unleashing massive earthquakes and tidal waves upon its shores. Unless the Dark Portal is closed on both worlds, Azeroth will be subject to an enormous backlash of energy resulting from Draenor's catastrophic discorporation. Using the combined powers of the Book of Medivh and the Skull of Gul'dan, you must return Khadgar to the Dark Portal and seal the rift between Azeroth and the doomed world of Draenor forever.
Now that's a key. Well, what side is Khadgar on?
For Lothar.
Move it.
All right.
Okay, it looks like he's still in Draenor. Cry for poor Lenore. Who is never... Cry for Draenor, which is nevermore. Or so we thought. We'll stare at this ugly. Looks like a pug. Looks like a pug skull.
As the flames die to embers and the arcane energies that once bound two worlds slowly fade, the dark portal crumbles into dust as its powers subside and dissolve. The finality of what has been done here becomes manifest. The moment is shattered as volcanoes erupt in fiery fury, as the earth begins to shake beneath your feet. The world of Draenor is dying. Khadgar motions towards the remaining rifts created by Ner'zhul and beckons you to follow him. The warriors of Azeroth under your command gaze upon the rifts with uncertainty, but to remain would be suicide. Knowing that their beloved Azeroth is safe from harm, they gather up weapons and wounded companions alike as you lead them into the swirling, unknown reaches of the twisting nether.
So that's sort of kept. Parts of that is kept. So only the ending is mostly intact.